And we are set to go here in Vancouver. Canada just at the 22. Aaron Carpenter controls with the first touch of the ball. The line out again, courtesy of Barkwill. Dangerous throw, but successful nonetheless for Canada. A little bit of room there for Olmstead as he rumbles past the 10. Harris is hit hard after two quick steps. Canada content to chip away. And a nice run. Rumbling down is Rumble. Past Sears Duru now, past the 22. A great rumble by the number 7. And Canada with the first threat here, deep in Japanese territory. Grinding away is Canada, pushing the ruck. And now swung out wide. Evans with the ball right down the middle. Canada still threatening just outside the try line. So here's Duru, tries to crash through. Swung out wide, and Harris on the line, he's in.
Time off. Time off.
And they're going to have a look at it.
I want to check try yes or
Olmstead got things started with a strong run down the middle, and there were a couple of more to follow. And this one came out of nowhere for Lucas Rumble.
And in support was the front row player, big Sears Duru, and they're winning the ball in contact. They're going forward, and the big play was when they put it back inside to Matt Evans. That looks like a good try to me.
It's a try.
And there we go, confirmation.
Try.
The try is good for Canada. They are on the board first. And it is no good for McCrory. Canada settles for 5 instead of the 7. A couple of meters before he's held up. McCrory dishes right. Canada tries again to chip away, and that's what slowly broke down the Japanese defense on the last run. A block. And quick to get back is Evans. Carries it across the try line, and a quick kick and a touch for Canada. A good play there to get them out of danger. Swinging right now is Japan, having a tough time against the Giants of Canada, but Katakawa finds a little bit of room, and now Japan with possession inside the 22. Bennett crawls forward, releases now, and Inagaki carries down the middle.
Outside. Outside.
Offside called on Canada.
Number 1 red. Offside.
It's up and good for Japan. 5-3 now. Canada leads 11 minutes in.
Release!
You can hear the collisions as they battle for position down low.
Player Vanish outside.
And Canada is in.
Try.
Ray Barkwill at the bottom of the pile comes away with Canada's second try in the opening 20 minutes. It's 10-3.
The Canadians in the first quarter have been terrific.
Grinding away, you heard with the fabulous work of the microphones, just the body contact as they approach the line.
Yep.
Taking the punishment to get the points.
Yep.
And now a second opportunity at a conversion for Canada. And this one is good for McCrory. 12-3, Canada leads. The lineout's getting progressively better here for Canada. I don't jinx it. And McCrory dishes left to get things started, although a turnover there and some room now as Ando has some room all the way down to the Canadian 22. There's their first big play of the day, and it's courtesy of Japan. And on the far side, more ground gained by Team Japan.
Outside.
just to touch now. Canada creates a turnover on the far line.
And it all started positively off the line-out win. Nick Blevins crashed the ball, and he had his pocket picked if they impede the driving maul.
Japan just goes back to their bread and butter here. Kizu again, crouched down low.
Same maul, same maul.
The maul continues towards the Canadian line, and Japan is in.
Try.
There were 3 lineouts, and every one they drove the ball after securing it. Canada couldn't stop them, and they crash over 12-8, convert to follow.
Well, some people might be of the mind if the points are there via the penalty, take them, but Mark Hammett's gamble pays off, and Japan is able to crash through for the try. A difficult conversion kick here to come, though, and it's in. 12-10 now. The kick is up. And good. And that is the end of this first half, as Japan with a strong flurry of points to end that first half of action. 13-12, Japan leads Canada.
The thing is about Simmons is it doesn't matter what they've done all season long. This is a new tournament, and they'll be firing. It's the biggest tournament of their lives, and the great, it'd be a great honor for each one of them to play in the Olympics. So I'm sure they'll be doing their best.
Turnover for Canada as they get a little bit of room on the far side. And kicked ahead, a chance to gain possession again just inside the 22 as the bodies fly on the far line. A fast surface. This is the first international test match here at BC Place Stadium. What's your opinion of playing on this sort of a surface? And nice run here again, chipped ahead by Harris, nearly able to get onto it. And a great run there by Canada to get the ball in deep. Harris pushing the envelope there near the try line.
In the hands of the backs.
Yeah.
For the attacking team.
And Canada breaks through right on the line. McCrory is there with his hands on the ball. Canada tries to punch it through. Barkholt at the back of the ruck now. Cudmore is in. No signal yet from the referee. There it is.
Captain Cudmore.
And the big men continue the pattern here at BC Place Stadium. Canada's third try of the day. They leap out in front again at 17-13.
He's going to be delighted with this. That's Carpenter, so close.
Derek, what do you get from the last scrum?
Takes it from Barkwell and scoots in across the line. McCrory 1 for 2 with his kicks today. With some pressure, goes 1 for 3 on the day. Another 2 points off the board for Canada potentially, 17-13. And that one is an easy one for Tamura. Some things good penalties. Is that a good penalty, or is that still
I
a
don't
little
know
bit
if Japan
steep?
for sure we're going to score, and leaving your team short for 10 minutes. There can always be very difficult consequences. It's almost a reactionary thing. The ball's there, as experienced as Aaron Carpenter is. He reached a hand out, but the referee called it.
Some room for Matsushima, and off to Sasakura with a couple of moves deep into Canadian territory. And you see the holes now with Canada down a man.
Release!
Tamura pushing forward. Shigeno will start it for Japan the other way. Kizu rumbles into the middle. And now, again, some space for Tamura right down to the Canadian line. Canada set to make a substitution, but first trying to prevent the try. And that is prevented for the time being at the very least.
Time off. Time off.
He may be calling a
Japanese foul.
Soda may end up.
Oh, a violent collision there with McCrory.
That's going to be at least yellow.
We play advantage for Japan for no rolling, for no clear release. But after that, we have a clear shoulder charge, make contact in the head. This is really dangerous. This is a red card.
Red card?
Yeah.
The crowd responds as Japan goes down to 14 men the rest of the way. And McCrory's kick is up. And pulled.
22.
Poirier can get no ground. Pushing forward in the rock. Douglas Shigeno with a nice move. One quick step, and Japan with some ground, they're in. Down the man in Matsushima.
No.
He's in for the try, and Japan jumps back out in front.
No.
And the referee with a warning to Team Canada, who
I have a word with
appealed
them.
for a call on the scoring play.
Couple missed tackles, a nice offload.
Tamura able to add the extra 2. The lead is now 6 for Japan. Takes his time. Some clock management. The ball is up. And it's through. And that is a hard one to take for Team Canada. The ball is up. Evans brings it down into the maul. Canada losing the momentum momentarily here. They're trying to push forward. Not much momentum going though. Not yet anyway. Carpenter. The backside of the maul. Trying to gain some ground. And now Carpenter in deep. Still with it. Canada pushing forward, looking for that last try of the day. Near the line, and they're in. Carpenter held the ball for the duration, and now Canada with the quick drop kick.
We restart.
And to the restart they go. Still down by 4. The driving maul. Debatable strategy rather than going for the post, but it works for Canada as they get the try. Grinding forward, play continues. Sears Duru, who's been a behemoth down the middle for Canada thus far. Olmstead pushing forward as well. Marvelous play for Canada here in the late going to this second half. Desperate for their 5th try of the day, Olmstead. Head-to-head with the opposition. And Sears Duru, a giant for Canada, gains ground again. Carpenter with the last push. So close to the try line. The Japanese defense is desperate. Olmstead. Sears Duru. Held up at the line.
Clear up.
Does he want to look? And that is it. Canada denied in the final centimeters of the pitch. Their 5th try of the game. A fabulous bit of work at the end of this second half. Brian Boyd, the Canadian boys want that one.
What an effort in the end. The ball was held up. The referee didn't go upstairs. The backs on the right-hand side of the field were screaming for the ball. Forwards kept hammering away. We have to have the utmost respect for the Japanese defense as well. But Canada, it was in the offing. It wasn't touchdown.
No, it was not.
And the referee blew it up. Game over. Great effort by both sides. Canada will be gutted with that loss.